What happened?
Nothing.
Caleb, do you know why Jehovah wants us to tell the truth? Telling the truth is like building a bridge with your friends. If you lie, they can't believe you. And they might not want to be your friend.
But, Dad, what if it's not such a big lie?
All lies are bad, even little ones. One lie leads to another, and they cause much harm. Do you remember who told the first lie?
The Cabana, let's dance! Ooh, they're playing our song, Hacker's Delight!
Right. But what about Jesus? Would he ever lie? Who do you want to be like?
I want to be like Jesus.
Good, my son. So, what happened there?
I broke it. It was an accident. I crashed my plane.
Thank you for telling the truth. Next time something like this happens, what should you do?
I'll tell the truth. And can I tell Mom I'm sorry?
Good idea. Let's go do that right now. And then we'll pick up the broken pieces.
How you doing, guys? Over the years, I've heard a lot of people claim that liars cannot look you in the eyes, but I beg to differ. Liars will overemphasize looking you in the eyes. I've never known a liar that couldn't look me in the eyes, but what they do is they will lock in, especially if you got the surprise liar. You say something that totally catches them off guard, and you know that their brain is working because you can smell the wood burning because their brain has gone into overdrive. They'll start offering you an alibi, and their eyes will not move, and they're still thinking their brain's going a mile a minute, and you're just sitting there, You have to take it with a grain of salt, because you're not 100% sure that they're lying, but you figure somewhere down the line they're going to stick their foot in their mouth. Then there's the ready liar. Their tactics are virtually the same, but they're a little bit more relaxed. Again, they will lock in, and they will start offering alibi, blah, 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 and they will keep going. No matter what kind of liar it is, though, they will overemphasize their alibis. They will keep going. They'll volunteer information that was never asked to begin with. And eventually what they will do is they will try to distract their response by taking it in a whole nother direction. We all know little kids lie. They do it to get themselves out of trouble. We kind of hope they outgrow it. I mean, you've had little kids lie to you, and they're incredibly creative with their alibis, and it's kind of fun to listen to. But, like I said, you kind of hope they outgrow it. Who has never heard this as a little kid? Well, I guess we have ghosts. Well, as time goes by, you kind of hope that they'll realize lying is wrong. But what gets me is their grown-up counterparts that continually lie their entire lives. Which brings me to the justified liar. Now, we've seen them at many places of business. We've seen them at the DMV. We've seen them at the auto body shop, car salesman. They will look at you. Not only will they lie to protect their company or their bosses, but they will smile while they're doing it. These are the justified liars. Which brings me to Jehovah's Witnesses. They come under this category. Now, Jehovah's Witnesses don't call it lying because we're Jehovah's Witnesses. We don't lie. We simply change the wording and call it theocratic warfare. See, they're under the belief that God's enemies don't deserve the truth. So they will deviate their answers. They will flat out lie to who they deem as God's enemies. So who do they classify as God's enemies? It's a pretty wide spectrum. To whoever they choose to at the time. Basically anybody who's not in the organization. The funny thing is, a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses don't realize that not only will they employ theocratic warfare to people outside the organization, they will employ it to other Jehovah's Witnesses. This I caught my last few years in when I would ask direct questions, and they would smile in my face, looking at me, and lie directly to my face. But the one thing is, we've all caught that. We all realize that. That's why we got out. One thing many of the indoctrinated Jehovah's Witnesses don't realize is while they're applying theocratic warfare, justified lying to people outside the organization, to their own brothers and sisters at the hall. The Watchtower and Bible Tract Society is employing theocratic warfare on them. And they don't realize just how many times Watchtower has lied to them. They lied directly about the child abuse problem, which obviously we all know that it's severe. They lied about their affiliation with the UN when they flat out some years ago says, no, we were never affiliated with the UN, only to change that to, well, we just applied for membership so we could have access to Satan's library. That was BS, because prior to 9/11, all you needed was your ID to get access to their library. So that was another lie. They lied about Armageddon coming in 1975 when they told their members flat out that the end is coming in 1975. Only to lie again about it and says, oh, we never said that. It was JWs who read into what we said wrong. But having their library from that era, I can flat out tell you that, yes, Watchtower did say the end was coming, only to convince the current crop of Jehovah's Witnesses that the JWs read into it wrong. So they lied then too. Jehovah's Witnesses, exactly what is it going to take to wake you up and realize that you've been lied to your entire life? Let's face it. As far as the liars go, whether they got the caught-off guard liar, the rehearsed liar, or the justified liar, the first lie is always easy. But I'm a patient person. I don't need my answer today. It may take a few days, may take a few weeks, may take a few months, or even longer than that. But eventually the liar gets caught. Because the thing is, when you lie once and you try to stick to that alibi, somewhere down the line you're going to have to lie again to protect that first lie. And each time you lie, it gets harder and harder and harder. And this is what I was doing inside the organization. And the sorry thing was that they were not picking up on it. I eventually got my answers from them through their lies. Because the thing is, it's difficult to remember a lie. It's so much easier to remember the truth. But eventually they get caught down the line. Much like Watchtower has been caught so many times down the line through their lies, and we all know they have lied. But basically, guys, that's all I have for today. I'd love to hear your comments, and I will talk to you later on the week. You have a good day.